Hi guys, it's Mike here from KO Bushcraft Down Under. Today I thought I'd do a bit of a talk. Car fridge versus cooler, or as we call them in Australia, Esky. I think Esky was the first brand to market coolers in Australia, so we usually just call them Eskies. Okay, so while I was away on my Kimberley trip, a young fellow was looking at my ARB Elements fridge and was obviously quite enamoured by it. He asked me, should I buy one? Well, my first question to him was, how long do you go away for? And how long do you stay out? And he said, I'll go away for a few weekends each year, and 6 or 7 days at the Easter break. And I said, well, I'd save you money. I honestly would. If you're not going that remote, and you're not staying out for a week or more, I'd buy a very good Esky. And he was a bit gobsmacked by this, and I said, well, buying the fridge is one thing, you're going to need everything else to keep it going in the field. So I'll run through a bit of maths. Now, the fridge on the left hand side is my 2002 model Engel. So been doing good service for the last 16 years. I've recently changed it to an ARB Elements fridge, but that's a 60 litre fridge. So the Esky alongside it is a Pelican Elite. It's an older model now, also in 60 litres, or they refer to it as 65 quarts. So allowing for 20 kilos of ice, they're roughly the same capacity of chilling space. Okay, so that's why I put the two in the back of the ute. Okay, so to keep this car fridge going in the field, one, obviously I need the car now, and a dual battery system. So DC to a DC charger with a solar input. Now these are all Australian dollars. $375. An 80 amp battery, biggest I could fit under the bonnet, $240. The custom battery tray to hold the battery, $170. The wiring, $100. Now I've done all the wiring on this car, so there's no labour in it. This is just materials costs. And the fridge, my Elements fridge, was $1,500. Okay. Now to keep this thing working, so I've got 2 days on the battery. More than that, I've either got to run the car or put some charge in and buy another method. So I have 2 solar blankets. The one you can see at the moment is a Unisolar Amorphous blanket, which I've had for about 18 odd years. Now that's 32 or 35 watts, I can't quite remember. That will give me a 3rd day on the battery. Okay, because it only charges during the daylight hours. And below that I have its larger, more modern model, the Red Arc solar blanket. That's 115 watts. With that, I can virtually stay out indefinitely, provided I don't get hot weather and very cloudy days. All up, just factoring that one blanket. Now I paid $1,000 for it off a 4-wheel driver that never used it. Yeah, but new, it's about 2,000 Australian dollars. So we're looking at an investment of $3,400 and a weight in the car of 68 kilos. Okay, now with this overlanding game, I recently was recovering the same car on multiple occasions in one day because he was overweight. He had just too much kit on the car, and the soft sand, it was killing it. So in comparison, Pelican cooler, I believe, weighs 22 kilos, and the newer ones are lighter apparently. And 20 kilos of ice, 42 kilos. So I'm still well under 20 kilos less than the fridge and the dual battery setup. They claim 10 days ice retention. It's probably about right. I would say a week. Now that's a week if everything you've got goes in chilled, cooler's pre-chilled. Yeah, I reckon you might get closer to the 10 days. Now, I bought that as a factory second because it's got a dent in the lid. I don't know how you managed to dent the lid of that. It's a pretty tough unit. I paid $250 for it. So they're retailing in Australia for around the 500 mark, but there are also lots of other as good if not better coolers. Techni-Ice do some fantastic ones in Australia for less than $500. So that's the logic. I can buy 10 kilo blocks of ice locally for $10. Now the further remote you go, you're going to pay more. Other advantage of having 10 kilo blocks of ice, when it melts, you can drink it. So in an emergency situation, you've got 20 litres of water sloshing around into that you can drink, and you can't do that with a car fridge. And I'll do a separate video on getting the best out of coolers, because I have had that unit out on loan, and the guy I loaned it to reckoned it was rubbish. So I asked a few pertinent questions, and he kept it in the back of his car. The air temperature was like 40 degrees Celsius. Inside the car would have been over 50 degrees Celsius. He bought 2 bags of ice, which turned out to a 5 kilo bag, so he bought 10 kilos of what I call party ice, along with about 90 cans of beer warm. And you wonder why it only lasted about 4 days. Well, duh. Anyway, I hope you guys find this interesting. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.